Hi friends, it's Brittany and Ink and Papyrus. I'm so excited that you are here with me today. In today's video, we're going to be working on some Valentine inspired layouts for this spectacular journal. If you did not see the tutorial for this cover, this aluminum foil faux etched cover, I will include the tutorial in the link above and in the description box. But let's get to it. So I have a couple, I don't have an exact plan, but I have a couple things in mind as far as a layout with you today. I want to work on a watercolor layout and a corset pocket layout. So we're going to be doing two layouts today. I'm not sure exactly what page we're going to use, but that's okay. We don't need to select one right now. So let's just put this aside. So this first layout is going to be super simple. I want you to grab yourself some copy paper, some paintbrushes, some watercolors, and today I'm using the shimmer, I can never say it, Yasutomo watercolors. I usually try and link all the supplies I used in the description box in case you're wondering. And grab yourself some stamps. They could be heart stamps. I found these cute like bicycle stamps. I thought that was kind of Valentine-y. Music stamps, vintage Victorian stamps. It all works, okay? So grab yourself whatever you have. We are going to be watercoloring on copy paper, stamping, and honestly guys, it looks amazing, okay? And then we'll be fussy cutting these stamps out and incorporating them into the layout. All right, so this is the part I just want you to go crazy. Feel free to use our Valentine themed colors. So let's just have at it, shall we? Nothing too serious. If you want to paint a work of art, feel free. Today I am just letting loose and distressing this paper a little bit. And just putting some color on it. I hope you guys are doing well. Are you guys crafting for Valentine's Day? Are you already on to making some pretty stuff with spring vibes? What are you up to? I'd love to hear. Tell me, put something in the comment box below. I love hearing from you guys, hearing what projects you're working on, what you're doing. It's all very inspiring to me. Alright, don't be too serious, just get some watercolor on there. If you have some mica sprays, this also looks amazing. Stamped stamps on distressed mica papers or distressed oxide inks. It all looks amazing. Some days I can't talk, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. And while we're waiting for this to dry, once we're done, we will be working on our corset pocket, so stay tuned for that. Alright, you are not done, but we're just gonna, we have a brush and we're in the pink, we're gonna have at it a little bit. I'm telling you guys, this is gonna look amazing. Trust the process. say we've created a pretty good base for stamping on. I tried to kind of put some pinks and red and bronze in there to make this very Valentine themed. We have our bases. I want to pull out some micas and kind of layer on this a little bit. So you don't have to use these necessarily. The point is just, I think layered is really the way you want to go. All right, so use spray from different distances. You'll get a different look. This was Tim Holtz Distress Oxide Wilted Violet. This is a sheer shimmer craft spray. Ooh, wow, a whole lot of shimmer. Beautiful. I'm gonna mop up some of that onto this. Alternatively, you could put some stencils down and spray over top. This is Pickled Raspberry. Kind of like I did with the other watercolor. Oftentimes I like to watercolor or spray and just let it like drip. I think that gives it such a unique look. These sprays always let me down at exactly the wrong time. See, I made some of mine and, you know, I had some problems with clogging and I guess I wasn't like terribly surprised. But like, it makes me mad when I pay like $10 for a bottle of that stuff and it's clogged within a month of use. What the heck? What the heck? We should do a video about how to unclog those. I like that look. Okay, awesome. Okay, and then what to do with that? This one is like very red bronze. This is Fire Brick. Oh yeah. I'm just gonna lay this down on top of itself. See what happens. Ooh, you know what would look good? I have some of that gilding paste. Let's see if I can find it. Here. Actually, I'm gonna take a brush and we're just gonna layer on some of this. I'm at the end of the tube anyways, so it might be nice to finish her off. You don't need much with this stuff though. I love this stuff. Fill in some of that white space there. Alright. Alrighty. Oh, I'm loving the way that looks. Okay. So I'm gonna set these aside to dry, and I want to work with you on the corset pocket. Then we're gonna get back to that project. Story of my life, a project in every corner. Okay, let me just wipe my craft mat down. So, I will be the first to admit this was absolutely not my idea. I've seen this from multiple creators, so I'm not really sure who to give original credit to, but I absolutely love the idea of corset pocket. So, this is going to be the actual corset, and I'm using a paper to back the corset. So you're going to want 2 pieces of paper, equal in size, and something to back this with. Okay, now these 2 pieces of paper don't have to be rectangular. They could be small little squares. You could make a corset like this. Okay, and the other piece would go the other way. It would be a obviously a mirror image of the other. Okay, all that matters is they're the same size and you have something to back this with. Okay, so what we're gonna do is trim this red piece down a little bit. We don't want the red poking out, okay? So I'm just gonna make a mark here and cut this red piece down. Okay. Now what we want to do is we are going to fold a small little portion of this, okay? We're gonna fold, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of an inch on the way over. Okay. A bone folder would be lovely right now. Of course, I don't know where my notebook is. Alright, same with this piece. We're gonna fold it right on over. Okay, now what we're gonna do is situate our paper with the flap on the back. This is gonna be the front. Same here, situate your flaps. Okay. And this looks like it's over a little bit further. Okay, so you may want to do a little bit of trimming. 1, to make sure that these are even. 2, make sure you have enough space so that you get the lace-up effect, okay? I think that this is a little bit wider, and they're too close together for my taste, so I'm just going to cut a little bit off. Okay, you can always cut off more, you can't take it back, so a little bit at a time. Okay. I am much happier with that. Okay, so now we're going to glue these down. Get your glue. And we're going to glue these little flaps down. hold this here for a second while this dries. Now, while this is drying, we're going to make a couple of marks. This is where our lace-up holes are going to be. So get yourself a ruler. Now, if you only want a couple lace-up holes, that's fine. If you want several, that's fine too. I'm going to be putting eyelets in mine. You may want to put less if you're going to be using eyelets. It's totally up to you. And you don't have to use eyelets. So I'm going to look, we're going to be making the holes around here. So you want your ruler so that you're making them in a straight line like this, but you also want to make sure that you are equidistant from the center. Okay, so let's say I am, and actually I'm thinking about using something else because I don't think this will show up well on the glitter paper. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We are going to mark these with stickles. And that way I can see where I'm marking. Okay. So line that up 1 centimeter from the center. This is lined up at 9. So I'm making a mark at 10. Now we have all of our holes marked by stickles. Okay, now I'm going to take my Crocodile 2 and I'm going to be punching the holes, trying not to wipe the stickles off in the process. You might not want to fold your tabs back unless you're sure they're dry. Okay. Alright, so this is our corset. We have the holes punched. Okay, now we want to set the eyelets. I'm just looking to see what color I have. What would look best against this bronze colored paper. I wish I had red, but I don't have enough. Ooh, I think that looks nice. Question is, do I have 3, 4, 10 of them? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 9, 10. Okay, sweet. All right, time to set these eyelets. Go back to our eyelet setter here. I have to tell you guys, I used to be so bad at setting eyelets, and for whatever reason, recently I have been on a winning streak. But if you have not been, don't feel bad. Sometimes it's hit or miss, especially depending on what kind of eyelets you have. I think the key is lining up this little, the round, the bottom part with the nipple, and making sure you're not off center. I'm no expert eyelet setter, so take that with a grain of salt, but that has helped me a lot. That is kind of just common sense, but listen, you know how many failed settings it took me to figure that out? More than I will ever admit. All right. Perfect. All right, let's set our other ones. What did you guys make as your New Year's resolutions, if any? Have you kept them? Have you not? Are you wavering about keeping them? One of mine was really to start using up my stash of things and stop buying so much stuff and start shopping in my own closet first. And I have to tell you, I know it's only January something. The day I'm in the second week of January is when I'm filming this, and I have to tell you, I haven't bought anything. The Michael's Valentine stuff, the paper pads have looked so tempting, but I'm like, you know what? Your shelf is literally gonna collapse in on itself. Let's use the cardstock we have first. And I have been keeping to my resolution. At least so far. Like I said, we're only the second week into January, but you know what? That is progress, right? So, yeah. Okay. Beautiful. I am loving this. Okay, a couple of options I want to share with you guys. If you want, you absolutely don't have to, but you could add a little bit of fabric. I think that's maybe a little bit too much. What about like that? We could do that. Okay, I'm just going to use the straight stitch here. My primary concern is just making sure the fabric doesn't cover up the holes, or else we will be screwed. All right, so we're gonna do this. Okay, one down, one to go. It's definitely easier sewing from the inside where I can see the fabric. There's such little fabric in between the eyelet and the end of this. So you may want to think about that and increase the distance between the end and where the eyelet sits if you are wanting to sew fabric along the inside. Okay guys, definitely not the best sewing job, far from it. However, you know, I mean, I really like the way the fabric looks. It was just trying to sew within like such little space, and this like lace curves. Not the greatest choice, but that's okay. I think ultimately this is still gonna look really nice. I'm just gonna do a little trimming here. Okay, I think that'll be better. Beautiful. Okay, now we'll be able to see the lace coming through. Okay, so grab yourself, I think this will fit, grab yourself a ribbon or some lace that will fit within the eyelets that you've selected. I'm just wondering if this is going to be too thick with the lace we chose. There's not enough contrast, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it. So we're gonna go to plan B. Okay, I got some of this gold cording instead because it shows up much better against the lace. Okay, so all I've done here is taken my cording and I've put it through the side of one head, pull it through, cording through the other side, okay, and then pull them until you have two ties or two pieces of string of the same length. Okay, now this might be a little bit trickier since we have the lace here, but what we're gonna do is take the cording from one side and we're gonna go to the hole that is diagonal. So this is coming out, so we're gonna go back in. You see that? Okay, so we're going to cross over the lace. Now we're in. So we're going to go diagonal to this hole is that hole. And we're going to come out. Okay. Now we're going to go in the hole that is diagonal to it, which is this hole, over the lace. And then we're going to come back out the hole that is diagonal to this, which is the top hole. Alright. Now, same thing with this one. We're going to go, so we're going to overlap the string that's already in place. We're going to go through the hole that's diagonal. Okay, we're in. We're going to come out the hole that's diagonal to the one that we just went through, which is this one. We're going to go through the one that's diagonal to that one. So we're just doing crisscrossing. Okay, and then back in through the hole that's diagonal, and we have ourselves a corset. And we're just going to tie ourselves a cute little bow. I'm going to tie this off first. Now you want to make sure you've left yourself enough of a tail that you can continue to tie this and untie it. What do you think? I personally love this. So we can put this in our journal now or do it. Let's wait until we have both of our layouts done. Okay, so we have our corset pocket, and as promised, we are now going to be stamping on our watercolor paper and fussy cutting them out to create a beautiful layout. Okay, grab yourself some stamps. We're gonna start real easy. We're just gonna do this Victorian kind of themed, this is the Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous Fragments. I love these. These go with everything. So let's just start with black soot. Another butterfly. Alright. So I think we have a good amount of stamped paper to work with. So why don't we work on making our layout? And we can always stamp some extra stuff if we need. Absolutely we can. Okay, let me get my journal, and first why don't we put our corset pocket in. out where that beauty is gonna go. And I will do a full flip through of this sometime in the near future when it is complete, don't worry. Some of these layouts we've already done together. I will link them in the related videos up top and in the description box. Might look nice here. Oh wow, that would be beautiful. See, this is a little bit wide for a page like this, even though I do prefer it like that. The other option is we could clip this in. I think it looks really spectacular on the pink. I don't mind if it sticks out a little bit. Is it in the way of the closure? No, not really. I could do that. You might want to put this on the one that does not have the page tab on it already. Okay, let's do that. Now make sure you don't glue all the way up to the top, since obviously this will be hanging over. Sure we didn't have a bunch of glue on the back that's hanging over. Nope. Good. Okay. While this dries, because ideally you'd kind of hold it down, I am going to apply some jumbo paper clips to keep this in place while it dries. That's gonna look awesome. Okay, while that's drying, let's look at creating our layout and see what we want to do with our watercolor stamps. Why don't we work on this page right here? Okay, you don't have to fussy cut these necessarily. I think some of these images, if you want to tear them, that would look nice too. I'm trying to decide. I think I want to do the whimsical, kind of happy thing. So why don't I'm going to cut out the bike first, and we'll get that positioned on the page. I have grabbed a couple of things for our simple layout. In addition to using the watercolor paper stamped images, I found this little whimsical cottage I made. I think this was inspired by Natasha at Treasure Books, favorite of course. But yeah, I made these little cottages and I think this would be perfect on the layout. So I just started ripping some paper. I kind of just want to give this some layers and a little bit of depth. So I'm just ripping some papers. This is going to be our foreground here. I'm just making like a little cottage scene is what we're doing. Oh, that's so cute. I'm just gonna go over these petals with a little glue stick very gently to get them to try and stay down. Okay. Let's get Mr. Bird in there. Bird is the word. Guys, how cute is this? Oh my gosh. Let's get some butterflies in there. Some more butterflies. I told you, doesn't this, does the watercolor images look amazing, don't they? Let's get a half butterfly in there. That's my favorite. We will let it, oh, we're gonna have the butterfly land on his tail feather, his head feather. Isn't that cute? See, we don't even need stenciled things in the background. This is cute as cute can be. We could have it there or on top of the flower, peeking out of the cottage. What should we do? Oh, you know what? We'll have it peek off the page. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is so cute. I'm wondering if we could do anything. Oh, I have that little Hello Sunshine. Yes. It's gonna live right there. Hello, sunshine. And you know what? Let's accentuate it a little bit with my charcoal pencil. Tell me this is not an adorable layout. Oh my gosh. Okay. That always livens it up. Let's get some water. Oh, how adorable. Do we want to do anything else? I was thinking about stickling the dots on his tail. Maybe that's too much. Or maybe we should outline him a little bit to make him stand out. Let's do that. Okay. Last thing. I think that would definitely make him pop. Look how cute he is. I love like the doodled look, because obviously this is like a very whimsical page. Oh my gosh, this is going to be the cat's pajamas. Oh, how darling. Oh my gosh, this was so much fun, and I absolutely love this layout. So without ruining this, let's peel back this page and look at what we made. So we had our watercolor stamped paper to create our little whimsical layout here. Love. And then we made our corset pocket. So just a couple of inspiring ideas that will hopefully get you on the path to creating and filling whatever journal you're working on, but especially if you're working on a Valentine's Day journal like I am. So I hope you found value in this. I hope this was inspiring to you. If you did, please like and subscribe. My videos come out on Monday and Fridays, and I can't wait to see you the next time.